Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we're going to talk about a product that was sent to me by a company called Gooloo. As you remember, I did do a couple of other videos, I think possibly 2 other videos about products that they had sent me. I'll put a link someplace in here. You can go back and take a look at them. But today we're going to talk about a unit that was sent to me by them. It's this Jump Start box. We're actually going to put it down here on the table, and we'll open it up together, and then we're going to take this this car right here. Actually, you know what? Let me hop in the car and I'll show you what it's doing or what it's not doing. That's it. That's how dead the car is. It's so dead that we don't even have headlights. We have no lights whatsoever. So we are going to open up this product here, and we're going to see how it works on this car that is stone dead. Not even a tiny bit of current. All right. So first thing we're going to do, let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. Let's put it down here on the table so we can do it together. Okay. All right. So this is the unit itself. These are all the attachments that come with it. Looks like we have a car charger. We have a connection for the USB, and it looks like it has multiple adapters. I will tell you this: my previous product that I got from Gooloo, I still use this one, because I can charge my phone, iPod, and whatever the third one would be, all at the same time, plugged into my computer. So I do use the one from my previous Gooloo product. These are the cables themselves. These are a little bit heavier duty than the previous ones, but we'll see how it works. It comes with its manual, its user's manual, I guess. Okay, got to have my glasses on to see what that says. And this is the product itself. All right, this one here is to turn it on, right here. Okay, so here we are back with our Gooloo Jump Start power bank. As you can see, it is 100% charged right now. It shows it's still charging, but just a minute ago it did shut off. All right, so right now it's 100% charged. Now we're going to take it over and we're going to reconnect everything, and we're going to see what happens. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to connect our cables up. Looks like right up on the top right here is where our cables plug into. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, there's only one way it can go, so you can't make a mistake. I just see this now. You see the top of the cable here? It has that little line right inside there, so you can't plug it in incorrectly. It only goes in one way. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to plug it in like that. Okay, so we're going to follow the directions exactly as it says here in the book. First thing it tells you to do, obviously, is going to be to charge the unit up, which we did. These are the operating guidelines or instructions. It'll display the charge of the battery, whether it's 100% or whatever. So we're going to turn it on. We know it's at 99%, which it's supposed to be 100%, but it's actually at 99% right now. You can charge it at your house, or you can charge it in your car. And now if we press this button and release it, that light should light up. So, okay, it lights up the way it's supposed to. It tells you if you press it another time, it'll actually flash. And it actually says something about SOS. It'll blink out SOS if you press it a third time. That's pretty neat. I never saw anything do that before, but that's what they do. All right, so we're going to turn it back off. Again, you press the button one time, turns it on. Press it a second time, it flashes. Press it a third time, and it flashes SOS. All right, so we're going to turn that off. And now we're going to follow the directions how to jump start the car. Before we do anything, I'm going to go over to this car. We're going to try to start it. I want you to see again how dead this car is. So let's turn you down so you can see what's going on here. All right. Okay, so that's how dead the car is. You get nothing. You don't get actually the headlights are on right now as well. I'll bring you over there so you can see what's going on with the headlights. The headlights are on right now, and as you can see, it's not doing anything. So now we're going to follow these directions. Bring you back up here again so we can do this together. Okay. It tells you that each one of these ports back here, each one has actually got different amperage readings on it. One of them charges with a 1 amp, and the other charges 5 volts at 1 amp. The other one charges 15 volts at 1 amp. Right. Okay, now to boost the car, we're going to follow these directions exactly as it says here. It'll tell you if you connect the cables up to the car, it'll tell you if they're reversed, if there's a short in the car, or if something is going on with it. It'll tell you when it's ready to jump start it. It'll tell you if the battery box itself is low. Well, we know that's charged up 100%. It says then you press the boost button, and within 30 seconds you start it. So we're going to do this exactly as it says. We're going to follow the directions. First thing it says is connect the cables to the jump starter box. That's what we're going to do. This is where it goes in. Remember I told you it's slotted, so it can only go in one way. So we're going to take it and put it in right here. And you can push it all the way in, and it snaps in place just like that. All right? Next thing it tells you to do is connect the red to the positive and the black to the negative, and then it says start the vehicle. So it sounds fairly simple. So let's see what happens. I'll bring you down here so you can see what I'm doing. Let's bring you a little closer so you can see what's going on as well. All right. So there we go. Now, remember when you jump start a vehicle, you always connect up your positive first, your negative last. We're going to connect it. You know what? Before we do that, I want to just see something. Bring you in closer so you can see what's going on here. Okay, remember in those directions it said that if you connected these up incorrectly, that it would actually light up and tell you? Well, we're going to try that. We're going to see what's going to happen. So we're going to connect our negative onto our positive, and our positive onto our negative. And you can see that flashing. It says right here, warning clamps reversed. All right, so that's one thing that's actually pretty good. You make a mistake, you're not going to destroy anything. It's going to tell you there's a problem. All right, so now we're going to take these. We're going to reverse them back to where they belong. Remember, positive goes on first. Negative goes on last. It's connected. Now it says pressed boost button. So we're going to press the boost button. It says jump start is ready. All right, let's give it a try and see what happens. It's at 98%, and once you start it, we're going to take these cables back off. Remember here. Okay, remember when you're removing it, you're going to take off your negative first and your positive second. Truthfully, I am kind of surprised that this worked. Initially when I tried it, it did not work, but that could have been maybe because it wasn't charged up fully. But it is charged up all the way now, and it actually worked pretty good. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to try the second time. We're going to shut this car off, and we're going to give it a shot again, and we're going to see what's going to happen, if it'll start at a second or even a third time. So let me shut this off and show you what it's going to do now, and then we're going to continue with it. All right, so let me just shut this off. That's how dead it is. The headlights are actually on right now, and that's how dead the battery in this car actually is. So let's try it again. We're going to do just what it said. We're going to reconnect on here. It's showing 98%. We're going to connect it up. And now it says press the boost button. And you can see now the headlights actually came on because I have it on automatic. And it says the jump start is ready. Let's see what happens. And now it's only 97%. So it looks like every time you jump start it, it looks like you lose 1/10 of the voltage in this unit itself. Shut me off, please. I don't know. This actually worked pretty good. That battery is stone dead. You turn that key, you had absolutely nothing, and yet this thing started it up twice without a problem. Should we do it a third time? Nah, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that this is going to work pretty much the way that they said it's going to work. It's pretty small. It comes in a case like this, so it's a hard case. You can keep it in the trunk of your car. Just keep in mind that from time to time you need to charge this unit up. If you don't charge it, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to get in to use it and you're going to find out it's below 60%. Below 60%, it's not even going to work. So make sure you charge it up from time to time. If you have it in your car and you want to charge it while you're driving, you can actually do that as well. You just connect it up like you would normally do when you charge it in your house. You plug this into a cigarette lighter or a power port, and it'll charge while you're driving. That's probably the easiest way to remember to do it versus bringing it in your house, charging it in your house, and then walking out without it. This way you plug it in the car and it charges up while you're driving someplace. All right, so I am actually kind of impressed with this thing here. I did not expect it to work the way it did, but it worked pretty good. Much better than the smaller Gooloos that they had sent me previously. They charge, I'm going to put that link down here so you can see how they worked. Those were not really as good as this. This works pretty good. And according to what the directions say, you could even jump start let me just tell you for sure. Gas engines up to 7 liter, or even a diesel up to a 5.5 liter diesel. But it worked pretty good on this, so I'm assuming it would work pretty good on those vehicles as well. But when I get one into the shop, we're going to try it on a truck that actually is a diesel, and we're going to see how it works on a diesel the next time we get one in. All right, will I buy one? Yeah, this thing here is pretty decent. You can put it in the trunk of your car, and if, God forbid, you have a problem, you'll have something to jumpstart the vehicle. This one is going to not go in my car because I already have one in my car, but this is going to go to probably one of my kids or to my wife. We'll see. And that's it. As always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.